Hello, and good morning. Coffee, let's go. A little cappuccino to start the day. Alright, I'm starting new videos on my training, talking about training concepts and philosophies. Walk you a little bit through my training, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and yeah. So this is day one, bear with me, things will get better. And the purpose is to try and get out, produce some content with some valuable information. Yeah, so this video is a lower body session, and my main focuses at the moment are building a more resilient body, a body that's able to move through more ranges of motion, do more things in a more explosive and stronger manner. And what I mean by that is be able to get in new positions, explore new positions without a high risk of injury, because I've never been there before. So that will look like in the gym things like training calves, which I've rarely ever done outside of the last couple years. And like you think, oh, it's just a calf muscle, it's not interesting. Why would you want to train that? Doesn't look fantastic. Well, let's hold on there. Some calf muscles look sick. Kind of getting there, as you can see. But a calf is a good example of how I'm exploring this. So I've never trained my calves, and I've always had poor ankle mobility. As soon as I started training the muscles just above the ankle, the calves, the back and the front, the tibialis, anterior, the soleus muscle, all these muscles surrounding the ankle, I've been training them. Sorry, that's annoying, isn't it? Training them non-stop for about a year, and the ankle mobility gets better. So that's one of the concepts I'm looking through. Training the musculature around a joint and seeing how that affects the quality of the movement that joint can go through. And this is something that is super exciting for me, because before I was just like, oh, you have a range of motion, you have a set of mobility standards, that's yours forever. But now I'm looking at it completely differently. I'm looking at it, alright, if we take the calf, for example, and train it through a greater range of motion than we have before, big stretch at the bottom of each rep, going down slowly, trying not to use your tendons so much, so pausing at the bottom for 2-3 seconds, and then moving back up. And over time, as you build strength in that region, when I first started, I could do maybe like 5 or 6 reps per side, single leg calf raise. Now I'm doing it with an 8 kg kettlebell, and I can do like sets of 8. It's huge progress for that muscle for me. Some people can jump on and do like way more initially, but my calves are weak. But yeah, building that muscle in the calves, I just feel stronger in the squat position. Doing things like this, driving my knee over the toe, gives me more range. So yeah, I'm encouraging you to go out there and explore range. Start with this, something simple like the calf. Of course you get the aesthetic benefits. When you stretch a muscle through a new range, like I've been talking about with the calf, you're also going to stimulate a good hypertrophy effect. You're going to build a lot more muscle. There's a lot of research showing that stretching has built muscle by itself, but stretching with weights, moving it through the range of motion after, so stretching and then contracting to that top position in the calf raise, will lead to some hypertrophy growth as well as that mobility. And it can help do amazing things like, alright, if you've got a stronger calf and tibialis, maybe your ankle can take more when you're hiking. Maybe just walking around is easier. Things like that, so it can have a growth effect on the quality of your life just by training the calf. Not to mention the impact it can have on the knees, which is also interesting. But today I think I'll just stick with the ankle, the calf, and talk about that as a concept. As well, like the soleus muscle, that thin muscle along the back of the calf in front of the big juicy gastrocnemius, is a muscle that is able to hold a lot of force, enable you to jump higher, take a landing better, and kind of, make you, as I'm trying to say, a bit more resilient through your training in the gym. I would suggest training calves like 2 to 3 times a week. The soreness shouldn't be so bad that you can't train it, maybe the first time you do it. But I would recommend single leg calf raises and the soleus calf raises. So it's like a knee over toe, drive your knee as far as you can over your toe and do a calf raise. You can do 2 legs at the same time to start. Whatever floats your boat. As well, for me it's super interesting, like lifting is a tool and a vehicle that you can use to help understand progress in life. For me it's been huge that it's a huge physical evidence of you get back what you put in. There's no shortcuts. You're not gonna like build a huge amount of muscle without training. You're not gonna get much stronger without going in there and doing the reps and the sets over time. You're not gonna look amazing unless you dial in your nutrition factors. And I think that's similar to your approach to life. Now I'm comparing training calves to life. It's pretty deep and kind of unnecessary, but that's just some of the thoughts I'm thinking. So what I'm trying to say is, you can learn by being diligent and building resilience in the calf muscle from training it a couple times a week, and snowball that into other areas of your life. For example, being more disciplined with something at work, doing something that you hate doing but doing it consistently 2 times a week, clearing your emails, doing that project that you're scared to start, these sorts of things that help build discipline in one area and can help carry it over to other areas in your life. I find this, like, to be honest, fascinating, because it's like you're just in the gym, you're just training your calves, but then the psychological process over time of you seeing that progress from your actual work that you're doing and it's there. It's not something that's like invisible. You can see your progress as you're working through. So go after it. Get your calves done. Support your ankle better. Become more resilient in the gym, outside the gym, mentally and physically. And all you have to do is train your calves a couple times a week. God, was that just not the best ever sales pitch on how to train calves or why to train calves? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the Capucho talking, but we'll have to see. I love a Capucho in the morning. Yeah, anyway guys, first video like this kind of style, just talking through little training concepts. How can you apply them to your life as well to maybe get some other beneficial effects. I hope you enjoy the video. Give me some feedback if you give a shit. Write something down if you want me to talk about anything, but more to come. Lower body, day 1, done. I hope you have a great day and build some calves. Let's go.